Magic the Gathering's new expansion, Lord of the Rings, has been out for a couple weeks now, and it's been pretty cool. I kind of wanted to take a second to explain the trickle-down effect of why I've enjoyed it so much. Yeah, part of it is the Magic the Gathering experience itself. It's been pretty fun to draft. I've got to draft it once so far on Arena. I'll get to draft it pretty soon with my friends in Paper. There's lots of new cards, some of which are going to get to go into already existing Commander decks I have, and there's maybe 2 that I think I'm going to end up building new Commander decks around. And I'm kind of iffy on the Universes Beyond thing in general, but if we're going to do Universes Beyond, doesn't the number one that makes sense be Lord of the Rings, seeing how it's kind of the godfather for modern fantasy? I think that's a home run, and I think a lot of the cards are honestly really intense flavor wins. It's awesome. But a lot of what I love about this set has nothing to do with Magic the Gathering. Overall, it's just revigorated my love for Tolkien and Middle-earth and fantasy and all of that. About 2 years ago, for my birthday, my wife got me the Blu-ray box set for the extended cuts of the Lord of the Rings movies, and just because life's been hectic, I hadn't had time to watch them. I watched Lord of the Rings several times when I was a kid, and I love them. I think they're great. However, I had never gotten around to seeing the extended cuts. Well, I was loving this set so much that I was like, all right, I have to make the time. I have to make the time to finally watch the extended cuts, and we finally just got through them last night. Wow, so fun. Yeah, a lot of the stuff in the extended cut is not that important, and that's why it wasn't in the theatrical releases, but a lot of it was really cool. And in my free time, I've been able to kind of get through a lot of the bonus feature stuff that came in the box set as well, and that's been really, really cool. This might not come as too much of a surprise since I have a YouTube channel, but I do have a background in video. I specifically used to make a bunch of shorts for other YouTube channels in the past, just funny little skits. I used to really enjoy the movie making side of things. Even though I've never really taken that much interest in doing special effects, I've always been really interested in how they do special effects. And so getting to see that stuff as well has just really revigorated my love for film in general. I miss just watching movies for the sake of watching movies, as well as also deconstructing how they made it happen. And I think part of why those films have held up so well after 20 years is because they were very careful and vigilant in how they were mixing the new special effects with computers, as well as doing a lot of practical, real in-camera stuff. Held up much better than The Hobbit, which is half as old. Speaking of which, though, I finally started reading again, which is nice. I have a bookshelf full of books that I just have been having a hard time getting around to reading. And again, because of Magic the Gathering getting me back into Lord of the Rings, I finally decided to start reading The Hobbit again. I read this once several years ago and had been wanting to get around to rereading it, so I finally have been able to do that. And I think what's so great about this book's almost 100 years old, and it still holds up really well. And I think a lot of that has to do with why people love this world in general. The Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings, all of the other world-building stuff that Tolkien ended up making. Tolkien just understood the human condition. I mean, the guy was really smart. He had a lot of lived experiences. And especially in the last year or so, I particularly have taken more interested in big brain stuff, even though I don't consider myself an academic or that smart of a person in general. I just find smart people interesting. And seeing Tolkien, who just understands the human condition, he is able to take these fantasy ideas and settings, which have been around forever, but he kind of reintroduced it to the mainstream for the modern age in a way that's really digestible because he understands people. He understands how to tell a good story. I just find that beautiful. I think that's great. So thank you, Magic the Gathering, and thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for working together with the Tolkien estate to bring this set to life, because not only has it been really fun as far as new cards and new decks we're probably going to be building, and honestly a pretty fun limited environment, but you've also just made other aspects of my recent life more interesting, as far as finally allowing me to give myself the time to watch the extended cuts of the movies, get back into reading, and really just appreciate Tolkien as a person more than I have in my recent memory, at least. I'm still pretty hesitant on what I think and feel about Universes Beyond in general, but this is, again, one of those ones that if we have to do Universes Beyond, this is the one to do, and I'm glad we got to do it, especially early on in the Universes Beyond story. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the new Lord of the Rings set? What are your favorite parts? Has it had any kind of trickle-down effect like it did for me? Are you going to be building any new decks around any of the new legendary creatures? There are a lot of them in this set. Let me know down in the comments down below. And also check out this video where I did a top 10 of my favorite new legendary creatures from the set. And make sure you're subscribed for more Magic the Gathering content. I will see you guys later.